Today is Saturday, May 13th. We have spent the afternoon planting. So here's what we've gotten done. In this pot we have this Veronica. This one fell over. We've got a dichondria that we broke in half and put on either side. We've got a diamond frost euphorbia. We've got a sparkling amethyst superbena. We've got a I'll let you know. I think we've got a tag somewhere else, petunia. And this is a smell good petunia from Lowe's. Over here we have succulent pot. I don't know what any of those are called. I think there's tags for these two guys. And that's lemon coral sedum. And it's looking a little right now, but it'll do good. Okay, so this one I didn't know is the Supertunia Mini Vista Indigo. So that's, oh, and then this is a Queen Tut grass. In this pot we've got an upright Flora Bush petunia from Bustani and a mix of who knows what from Proven Winners. Down here we've got an Angel Wing Senecio, a Coleus that I don't know what its name is, it's just a Sun Coleus, and a Marrakesh. Down there we've got a Mexican Heather. We are gonna get Ellen's going to get 4 new containers this evening, and so we're replacing this with one of the new ones, so we haven't planted that Bacopa yet. And I don't know what else is going in with it. We've got plenty to choose from. We've got a little pepper, ornamental pepper. This is a variegated red Pentas and a diamond snow euphorbia. And we've got a truffle of pink gomphrena and a couple of supertunias. We've got a purple fountain grass. These are Coleus that we got from TLC. I don't know what they're called. They had a name, I think. They're actually technically all the same variety, but some of them have a little more red than others on the outline. And we had a horrible time with stem rot with our Coleus. I think we brought home stem rot from one of the nurseries because we'd gone all winter without having any trouble, and then we brought home a couple of new Coleus, and all of a sudden all of our Coleus were dying. So I got cuttings off of these and managed to save them. Then in this container we've got another truffle of pink gomphrena and a couple of, why did that, anyway, a couple of white petunias, and I'm not sure why we did a white petunia or 2 white petunias here instead of a white and a pink over there and a white and a pink over here. But you know what? I bet it'll be awesome. I'm not doing it again. Maybe later I'll do it again. That's another purple fountain grass. This is our Gerbera daisy container that we have to have every year. And the poor flowers are looking a little spent, but they're the leaves are really healthy. So here are 3 coleuses. That's a fishnet stockings, which is one of Ellen's new favorite ones. And that, whoop, sorry, I'm trying to do it that way. That one is Wicked Witch, and this one down here has a name that I don't know. This is another one that we're replacing, so I think that's an Orange King coleus. Here's another Angel Wing Senecio. In this pot, we're gonna put caladiums, those caladiums that Ellen likes, and a coleus of some kind, we think, and then this bronze sweet potato vine. Up there is a Marrakesh coleus. Down here, I put a black sweet potato vine, and we'll probably fill in with other things down here, like more cuttings of sweet potato vines, because we really liked the way that looked last year. And then here's some stuff waiting to be planted. Some catmint, an artemisia, the rock cress, and King Edward yarrow, I think is what it's called. They are doing pretty good. The rock cress looks like it's close to done blooming, but it put on a nice little show when nothing else was blooming, which is always appreciated. I planted up the boots with lemon coral sedum, and this is the spring pot. It's doing just so prettily. Yeah. It's hot today too. It's been in the 80s the last couple days, so kind of spent. But we did a red cordyline, no, Dracaena, red spiked Dracaena, and then a smell good petunia back here, and one of these blueberries and cream petunias here. That's a purple fountain grass. We learned our lesson last year. We're not putting purple fountain grass in a pot with other things, because the root systems on those are massive, and they died because they didn't have enough soil. So anyway, we repeated the petunia, Dracaena petunia over here. And then this one over here is a repeat of that second pool pot with the tut grass and the this is a lot of words, a lot of names. Silver Falls Zychondria, Diamond Frost Euphorbia, a Smell Good Petunia, a indigo. It's indigo, and Sparkling Amethyst. And oh, there's RB back there. Cutie. The pool is in process. Oh, and we haven't planted them yet. We need to remember to plant those. The 2 sweet potato vines that we had last year, plus another coleus is back there, a new one that we found this year at Davidson's nursery, which is next to TLC. And the strawberries are putting on, and we've got purple basil there, and this is all my drip supplies. And here's the herb garden. We've got a couple spots open, and I've got a lavender and a parsley to go in them. Ellen's gonna plant over here tomorrow, I think, is the plan. Tomorrow afternoon. So we've got a black patent leather coleus. We've got dianthus that has a name, and I'll have to find it. This is the helenium and cup flower that we want to plant together, so that they grow together and make a cool little show that way. And then here's a couple of little zinnias, another dianthus. This over here, I'm starting to think is not actually a plant we want. Because when it first came up, I was like, oh, the daisy came back. And now I'm starting to think that maybe we just have a really healthy horsetail. So we'll just wait and see. I need to put the sedum in the stump. We've got a purple fountain grass back there, and we're going to put this wasabi coleus in front. That is an annual salvia. We've got spiderwort blooming back there. That spiderwort blooming there. And this dahlia's coming up. I planted another dahlia back in here, or back there, back in somewhere, and we're gonna see how that works because we waited a little bit too long to plant that. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And then right, I can't see where I'm pointing, right there and right there are Rudbeckias, the little Goldstrom Rudbeckias. And here's the yellow coral honeysuckle growing like a honeysuckle grows. And then here's the coleus forest. Ellen planted this the other night, and we finished the drip today. And it's not perfect. It's not super pretty, but it's gonna have mulch on top of it, so that's okay. And we have such a hard time keeping our coleus labeled through the winter, so we're gonna try to redouble our efforts on that and make sure that we plant tall coleus in the back and short coleus in the front. But as of now, we don't know what's tall and what's short. Except I do know that we've got a little bitty Plectranthus in with that little coleus. They came out of the same jar that I was rooting them in. So that'll be kind of a little mini Plectranthus thing. And then I'm pre-sprouting caladiums down there. Rose bushes are going wild. The irises are all but done, but the rose bushes have taken over in the blooms department. Let me finish up this side before I go there. Hydrangea. Apparently, everybody's hydrangeas came back from the roots only this spring. And I don't know why that happened, because it didn't get just really cold or anything, but none of the old growth came back, so we're not going to have as many blooms on the hydrangea this year. But everybody's did that, so I don't know. So here's some of what we have left to plant. This loropetalum is unhappy. I think it gets too cold in the winter here because it's on the north side of the house and it gets the north wind. But I'm not sure what to put in its place. And we really want something dark right there, and it has to handle shade. So, not sure. But this barberry is so happy. And the Japanese maple is happy. I trimmed it up a little bit, and it's amazing what removing like 4 branches can do for the look of this tree. It's so much prettier and much more tree-like, where it was kind of scrubby before. We've got slug damage on the cool as a cucumber hosta, but we'll put some diatomaceous earth out and it'll be fine. And this painted Japanese painted fern is just, it's doing so well. And that back there is an astilbe. And I don't think it likes being covered up with mulch all the time. But, and then I still need to plug all of these pots into the drain or into the drip system. But we've got a bunch of stuff here left to plant, and a bunch of stuff here left to plant. All this is left. So, but we got a lot done. Ellen planted under the tree the other night too. So we've got 2 Patriot hostas flanking this bench. We've got a woodland phlox there. I don't remember the name of this. Francais hosta. That's probably Ellen's favorite hosta right now. We've got a heuchera, a lanium, a Jacob's ladder, I think. This is a Southern Substance, I believe, hosta that got knocked over and then it started growing sideways, so it's a little bit lopsided right now. A Brunnera, another hosta, and these 2, we want to move this hosta elsewhere and replace it with a blue one that we have. It's back there. That blue hosta will go here to kind of balance all of this yellow out. But these are Designer Jeans hostas, and I don't know what hosta that is. It came from Kathy's house. And this spiderwort's doing really well. That spiderwort's doing pretty well. It's interesting how the same plant in different spaces, how they do. But we still have to move these lantanas, and we're going to be moving these. This is the red twig dogwood, and this is a barberry, and we're going to move those probably this fall or in the spring out to more sun. They'll be happier. We've got a bunch of chocolate chip achuga, got a hellebore, another lanium, the other Patriot. Oh, and then there's, sorry about the spinning, there's a like limoncello heuchera or some name. It's really pretty, but she couldn't find any more space to plant under the tree because of the tree roots. So anyway, I need to weed all this, but not today. Today I am doing this, and then I am gonna go work in the basement. So this phlox has been so pretty. It also blooms when nothing else is blooming except irises, so we really appreciate it. We got it from Bustani, I believe. And that's the amber carpet rose. And it was really stunning for a couple of days, and then we had a rainstorm. So you can kind of see a lot of the petals on the ground. This bronze fennel is looking really pretty. It'll be interesting to see how long it goes before the caterpillars find it, the swallowtails. That's the rose that's gonna go to Beth's house because it keeps reaching out and grabbing people on the sidewalk. It's not a very well behaved rose, so it doesn't get to stay on the sidewalk. Here's yellow rose, white rose, daisy that Ellen planted the other day, little petite knockout. We planted this one last week. It's got a white Gara, a bunch of dark pink Supertunias, and a couple of trailing lantanas, and this thing, which I can never remember the name of it. It's a hybrid variegated coprosma. Variegated coprosma hybrid. I don't think I'm saying that right. So let's see. Lots of roses are blooming. This rose is about to go nuts. It's got a few blooms right now, but there's a lot of buds on it. That rose over there is going nuts currently. And another one right there. And the bachelor's buttons are starting to bloom really well, but also get floppy. So we may be trimming them back and seeing how that works. Another petite knockout. This is a salad tree. Last year we got one and it died. That was sad. So we tried again, and this year it hasn't died yet. And these roses are just so pretty. We've got buds coming up on the echinaceas. And then Ellen weeded a bunch back here, and it's looking a lot better. Heliopsis, I think is that one. That blooms in the late summer. Coral rose back here in the midst of all the violets. We've got some rudbeckias, regular Goldstrom rudbeckias. I've got to get this tree under control. Oh my goodness. Wow. This hosta, we lost the tag on this hosta, but it's one that I've been wanting for a long time. I just love it. This rose is doing its I want to be tall thing. It's supposed to be a bush, but it wants to be like a bleh. This is our baby Jackmani clematis. $6 clematis. But it didn't die. And so we're happy. And oh, look at that cut flower. All right. So in the front, let's see, we've got the variegated Solomon seal is really starting to fill in. That's another one of Ellen's favorite plants. We got that heuchera and the forbidden fruit hosta, which is one of my favorite plants. Oh, and we got a $20 Japanese maple at Walmart that we're going to put here on the corner. And I think that'll be really neat. So yeah, you can see there's just a few irises left, but mostly they're done. And I need to deadhead. But that hasn't happened yet. So we've been trying to plant and get everything planted that we can get. And then we found hydrangeas, Azure Skies hydrangea at Atwoods for really cheap, like $25 or something. So we brought those home. And the daisies are starting to bud up. Got this drip almost all the way hooked up. This corner I'm still trying to figure out how to make it work. But this is the first night purple fountain grass that we do every year. This is a wasabi coleus. We're gonna put sun patience down here in the corner, and I think that'll make a nice little grouping. These big old honking things are asters. But not the native asters. These are some kind of whatever. They make a really pretty show for like 2 weeks in fall. We got purple fountain grass here. And the spring containers are doing really well. Sometimes I feel like the daisies take turns in blooming, but these over here are both blooming at the same time. So we've got the yellow ones and the pink ones, and then the pink pansies and the purple pansies and the little violas. And the alyssum didn't last very long. It's all done, but it was really pretty. Let's see what else we got. Oh, the front porch pots. We've put the Silver Mound Artemisia in these pots, and I think they got rained on. Either that or they got cat sat on. We got to dump these pots because they've had that soil for a couple of years now, and redo them, and then we're going to take these Dracaenas, there's 2 in that pot, and put them in there, and that'll be really pretty with that. And then, oh, that was a loud noise. And then we've got these pots. We've got Orchid Sunpatiens, sorry. I don't remember the name of this hosta, but that's okay. And then a Scotch moss. And we're putting succulents in these pots, and they're gonna get dripped from the hanging baskets. Oh, you know what? We haven't thought about what we're doing for the hanging baskets recently. And then we've got this little tricycle that's gonna have some little tropicals or houseplants in those, and we've got drip run to that one, so we're gonna have some nice shady something or other there. Here's that variegated sun patient that we always get, and then here's 2 more of those azure hydrangeas. That's a black and blue salvia. That's a sky pencil holly. We thought that these were gonna be white because they were opening up white, but they're actually a nice blue color. So that'll be nice. And then this little corner over here, that's a gold thread spirea. And a little Laura petalum. This one's doing a lot better over here because it's not getting the full north wind, I think is the deal on that one. And then we've got a big spread of mums, the dwarf Alberta spruce. This little guy had a hard spring. I think he wasn't getting enough water, but I gave it a good drink a couple of times and he's recovered really well. So we've got that little heuchera and the other forbidden fruit hosta. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't pointing the camera in the right direction. And then we still have to move that other lantana. So under the tree looks really pretty from over here. You probably can't tell as well on the video, but it looks nice. And I think we still have a lot of work to do, but we've gotten a lot done. And so every time we have a day where we're working together and we have decom help, and we just get a lot done on those days, and it makes us feel good. Even though we still have a long way to go, we really have done a lot of work, and it's looking pretty, and it looks like it's gonna fill in really nicely. So, oh, and I don't remember if I said about the plan here. We're gonna extend this bed out all the way out to here. And we're gonna have a whole shade bed here. That's gonna be so pretty. Because we always need more hostas, right? And more coleus. We always need more hostas and more coleus. So, anyway. This is a Snow Queen, Marble Queen, Snow Queen Pothos. I don't remember. It's the one that's not yellow, it's white. The variegation is white instead of yellow. But anyway, I am rambling now. And yeah, that's that.